think, I hope people will, because it felt like bars and restaurants and coffee houses were opening up 10 a penny and either at last in the distance or closing. But I hope that people, maybe it was becoming to be a tough industry anyway. So when you put a pandemic in the middle, then it was already struggling. So I'm just finding that I'm hoping that people may appreciate a bit more that brunch spot. And it's nice to see how supportive people are of local businesses. We use at Social 7 and Penelope as completely independent local companies, so they're thriving at the moment. So I'm hoping that people will have this new lease of getting, maybe not taking it for granted and supporting businesses, but it's going to be a massive cleansing as well of businesses that are not going to be able to reopen. They're just not. And some will come back and reopen, but it's gonna be very different. But I don't know. It's just, I'm hoping people appreciate the spaces and really support them. But it's going to be really sad to see how many don't come back, and that's really sad to see.
I think for me, anyway, at least individually, I think from a consumer's perspective, I think there should be a real effort moving forward to support your small local businesses, because your large corporates, they've probably got more infrastructure to be okay. Possibly not, I don't know, but I think there should be a real conscious effort moving forward to support your small local business, and do what we can to try and get them back on their feet, really.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
and it's as well who wants to come back. I've spoke to some people in the industry who this time of non-trade has given them a breathing space to go. The industry was really tough anyway. Do I want to continue? Actually, I was on a rat race of hospitality, and maybe it's time to get off. I'm not. I love this industry, and I always have. And I have an awesome team that I get to work with every day, that I still get to chat to. So we're excited about going back into the industry, but it's also been a time for people to go, maybe this isn't for me anymore. And that's but if that's their choice, then I guess that's their life choice, and this has given them an opportunity to go, no.
Yeah, there's probably a few people doing that in a few different areas of their life, isn't there? Around, from your side of things, is being a business owner the right thing for me? If it's an absolute yes, and brilliant, let's carry on. If it's not, actually, what am I doing this for? Like I say, if we put the mortgage angle back on it again, people probably say, well, actually, I was thinking about getting a mortgage like that. I want to live in that type of house, but actually, moving forward, do I want to do that, or do I want to go the other way? So it's difficult, and I think having that is probably giving people a lot of time to reflect what's important, and I think that could be a good thing, can't it?
Yeah, I'm hoping so. It really is. It's going to be very different, but I'm positive of the change, really, because it's been in a way, it's been a nice way to stop. It's forced stop, isn't it? And that's what I said to the team. Just think of it as we don't have to worry as a company, like everybody's getting paid, and we don't have that worry. The companies are not going to be shutting down. There's buffers in them to protect them. So we're coming back. There's no doubt about that. But it's just now I'm like, use that time. If you want to think about what you want to do, if you want to paint that fence, right at the beginning we had that, read that book, do these things, do all them things, use this opportunity to get some self-care, and because I'm going to want you back fighting fit, or you might want to change your direction in your life, and that's okay too. I'm supportive of both. We're 6 weeks on and we're like, right, I get it, I've cleaned everything, I've done everything, just get me back. We're chomping it because we're so busy. We're hospitality, we're used to running 1,000 miles an hour, and stopping was fine at the beginning, but we're a bit like, come on.
Well, that fence has probably been painted about 3 or 4 times now, hasn't it?
Oh my god, it's Technicolor.
yeah, rainbow coloured.
Yeah, because I'm just bored. I'm like, paint the fence again. I'm DIY queen at the moment, but yeah.
So, okay, just like to sort of to finish off then, I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be hospitality, but as a business owner, if somebody's watching this thinking, What advice would you give to somebody running a business at the moment, coming in the pandemic now, but also coming back?
What I've done, I can say what I've done, and if you can find anything from that, that's fine. Is look at the business. If you're like, yes, I'm going full pelt with this, make that decision and commit to it. If you can, I understand some people it's not an option, but the first thing I did, because we could, was you pay all the independent suppliers because they need to go, they need to be kept going. And then just look at your business. Now's the time. If you don't have a good relationship with your landlord, get one and chat to them and have them scary conversations and speak to them about where you're at. I'm Media City and Salford Council and the Landing are my landlords and Peel. And I've got a great relationship with my landlords. They reach out to their tenants, they find that everybody's okay. So I feel quite comfortable, but I know friends they just don't want that conversation with the landlord. And I'm like, have the conversation and look at how you can support each other and look at what you're planning. And if you've never spoke to them and you've been renting that place for 5 or 6 years, now's the time to have a chat. And you're okay, have a chat. They're human, they'll talk back to you. So look at that side. Also, look at your monthly bills, your card machines, your bank charges. Ring them all up. I rang them all up and was like, guess what? It's pandemic.
Oh, you're muted, Carla. Lost you.
Go back. Oh, am I back?
Go back.
I got a through.
Like technical issue.
Where did I get to before I got cut off?
You were saying about ringing up all your suppliers, your providers, like your card machines and your monthly outgoings.
Yeah, and speak to them and just say, listen, can we pause this for 3 months, or can we add the 3 months on the end? Help me out. I'm here long term for you, or I've been with you for years. Now's the time. Help me out. And I found that every single person I spoke to, they want you to stay in business. So look at your outgoings, get them right down again, and then look at your business model. We'll be coming back, but we know we've got to come back as the business model with skeleton staff, and we're all excited to come back. But our aim is to kind of come back and get back on it and get as busy as we can, so more of the team can come back, because that's the goal, really.
Yeah.
But it's look at your business model. Now's the time. And also, how is your business going to adapt to this whole social distancing? Like, look at it in that way. There's opportunities. You just sometimes need to have a good old scoop around and find them, really. But the bills was number one.
It's the bills. That whole thing of not having. People say, I haven't got the time, but it's like, well, actually, now you've got some, so maybe let's spend it working on the business, not in the business. So, there's some really, really good tips and some advice.
And even with Social 7, I was like, now's not the time to be squeezing as much money out of people. Now's the time. If there's acting classes, there's agencies that need some help at the moment, and I've got an amazing floor that's got this amazing space, and I think if you can give back and support people and give them a meeting space or give them a showcase area, now's the time to do it, really, to help other people get on their feet. But I'm lucky I'm at Media City. It's a huge community, and I know people are going to need our help, and that's okay, because we need them to do well. So if I can give them some space and they can showcase their company to try and get them busier, it's just all for the greater good, really.
No, that's great. That's amazing to hear. So no, that's been really good. So thanks for that. Some really good, insightful tips and advice. So thank you, and obviously we wish you all the very best with the bounce back, I suppose, after this pandemic. So no, thank you very much for your time today. It's really appreciated.
You're welcome. Thank you.
If it's all right with you, I'll pop your website and details of the business in the comments below. And if anyone's got any questions, I'm sure Carla will be more than happy to help. But no, thank you very much, and speak to you soon.
See you soon.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.